Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing great. We have got Elliot in the on this one. So how are you doing?
I'm good, man. It's been quite a while, but I'm happy to be back.
Yeah, it has been a while since we have done one like this between us. I mean, how have you been finding Forest at the minute prior to the international break? And
Oh, they've been quite hit or miss, I feel. Obviously, we got the great result against Aston Villa, but the draws to Luton and the loss to West Ham weren't great. I will admit.
yeah, definitely. I mean, the West Ham game we sort of let ourselves down with the goals we conceded, even though it probably one of our better away performances.
Yeah, 100%. I think when we scored that second goal, we kind of took our foot off the gas. I think, and that's what cost us the game. But yeah, I think we played well nonetheless. Could have been better though.
Yeah, definitely. It is good that we felt like we did after that West End game. That I mean, when we went 2-1 up, we thought, oh, we're doing a keeper thing, but 1-0 down to come 2-1 up. But I mean, it's nice that we felt frustrated like we did after the game. It just shows how far we have came in since start of last season. We have to rebuild the squad, don't you think?
Oh, 100%. Like the last time we played West Ham, it was what, like 4-0 or something like that. So I'm happy that we let alone scored one goal, let alone two. So I mean, we should have kept fighting after we went 2-1 up, but we're looking better anyway, which I think is a positive.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're coming up. I mean, how would you take with that Taro Awani injury news? I mean, it's a bit of a blow, do you think?
Yeah, it's a big blow. Terrible news to see on your lunch break, but I think we've got the likes of Origi. He's not really shown much yet, but I guess now's his chance to show what he can do. And we've got Wood as well, who we know can score a goal. So I'm optimistic. I quite like Chris Wood myself, so hopefully he can do the business and get some goals. But I'd just like to see Origi really show us what he can do because we know he's a good player. He just needs to show it for us, I think.
Yeah. Would you put that down to fitness and game time or more than eight?
I think so, yeah. I don't know how much he played at AC Milan. I don't think it was that much. But I think definitely fitness is probably the biggest issue for him. But I think he's more of a big game player. He doesn't seem to switch on for those like smaller games, I guess. But like give him a cup final, he'll be the best player you've ever seen. So I think yeah, probably just down to game time and lack of fitness, I'd imagine.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he showed that against Barcelona in that crazy semi-final. So,
Oh yes, definitely.
Brighton on Saturday, obviously they had a bit of a ripped up the spine in the summer with them players going and obviously with Europe and all that. I mean, how do you feel going in Saturday against Brighton that also got injuries and suspensions?
Mm. Yeah, I mean, last season I was terrified when we faced them because we needed points very drastically, and they were a very good team at the time. But they're not looking as good this season. I don't think. They've got European football, as you've said, so they're not really looking like the team they were. I mean, I don't think they've won their last five matches or something crazy like that. So we're definitely in a good spot to play them, and I'm feeling quietly confident. I want to say that we might we might grab something against them because they're the sort of team we can beat. We've done it before. Don't see why we can't do it again.
Yeah, definitely. And our own form, I mean, since that stat about our own form saying that we were lost twice at home, well, three times the kind of cup game, but we were lost
Yeah,
twice at home in the league, literally since Cooper signed that contract, which it's an unbelievable record to see who we had played down there as well, don't you think? I mean, it's unreal.
yeah. I think it's an amazing testament to not only the squad and to Steve Cooper, but how good the home atmosphere can be and how it can help the team. I'm not surprised we're unbeaten in so many games at the City Ground because the atmosphere is crazy. I mean, we saw that
Mm.
against Aston Villa. That was probably one of the best atmospheres we've had in quite a while since the Arsenal game. So it just shows what impact the fans have. And I think we can make the City Ground a fortress again this season and probably do better than we did last season, especially with our better away form as well.
Yeah, definitely. I'm glad you said about that atmosphere. I know it's been a while since we've done one of these. I mean, how have you felt about that atmosphere this season? Because I know it's not been the best, but do you think that the expectation has gone up from last season where we played the three promoted teams and there was that expectancy we had to pick up points, the 3 points where against Villa, I've said against Villa because they're probably one of the bigger sides that we could pick up. We didn't have to pick up the points, but we did.
Yeah, I think the atmosphere from last season to this season had taken a big hit. I thought it was quite flat when we played like Burnley, Sheffield United. I didn't think the atmosphere was that great. Now maybe that's because they're the newly promoted teams. I'm not sure, but it wasn't as good as it was last season. But that Villa game was definitely a turning point. I just hope we can take it into the rest of the season because we can't take our home atmosphere for granted. We're so proud of it, but then sometimes it's not actually that good. So we need to do better, I think.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, with the team on Saturday, especially with the injuries and all that, I mean, who would you, who could you see start on Saturday?
I definitely think we'll see Wood starting. I think he's fit. He played on the international break, so I think Wood will start for sure. Not sure about Elanga and Callum Hudson-Odoi. I'm not sure what their injury state is looking like, but I'd like to see one, if not both of them, start if possible. I think Murillo might be injured as well, which is not great news. So if they could put Bolly in, I think he'd be a good. He'd do well. Bolly's a good defender. We've seen it last season. I think he'd be more than up for it. So probably a very similar squad to what we saw against West Ham and Villa, but I think like Bolly, probably I'd like to see Alanga, but I think he's got an injury. So, but yeah, I definitely think we'll see Wood for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Have you got a score prediction for the game?
I've said 2-1 to Forest, but we could grab more goals, to be honest. I'm not sure. I mean, last season we were very, very good against them. Quite shocking, actually. We saw Danilo grab his first goal for Forest. So a repeat of that performance, I'd be very happy with. But yeah, I say about 2-1.
I've been saying 2-1 as well. So it sounds like 2 goals is the theme for the game, which is good. And yeah, hopefully we get to replicate last season's game on them. They will say about your socials.
Yeah, I'm O2GT on YouTube and Over the Giant Tree on Twitter. I'm starting to make more Forest focused content than just Premier League stuff. So if that interests you, then please come and check me out.
Do go in and subscribe to Elliot's YouTube channel. So thank you for coming on.
No, thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure.
It's alright, no worries. So I'd like to say thank you for watching, guys. Do hit the subscribe button. I'd like to say thank you and goodbye.
Lovely.